Hi friends, it's Martha, and today we're talking about the Hotel Indigo. I've got the good, the bad, and the ugly about this hotel. The Hotel Indigo is located at 435 West Cattell Avenue in Anaheim. Now, we are not sponsored and we pay out of pocket for all our hotel stays, so you're always going to get an honest hotel review from us. Now, that means the good ones, the bad ones, and you're going to see the spicy ones. Now, remember also that your hotel experience is going to differ from ours. We're not going to get the same rooms. We're not going to have the same people working that day. So keep that in mind when booking a hotel. Your experience is going to be totally different. Now, we paid $719.55 for 3 nights with free parking. Yay, that's a big deal to me. Free parking's huge. That included all resort fees and all taxes and everything. So that's not a bad price for 3 nights. It's about a 15-minute walk to Disneyland. You could probably do it faster. I have a torn meniscus, so I'm a little slow with the knees right now. It's about an 8-minute walk to the Toy Story parking lot buses, which makes it a great location for your Disneyland trip. Now, I've included a complete walking tour to Disneyland front gates at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. This hotel is also just a few steps away from the Garden Walk, which has a cheesecake factory, P.F. Chang's, and several other quieter spots if you're looking to escape the hectic Disneyland park atmosphere. This hotel is located right next door to the Wyndham Hotel, which has a Starbucks in the lobby, which makes it very nice if on your walk to Disneyland, you want to stop and grab a Starbucks on the way. Now that we've arrived, let's talk about parking. Parking at this hotel can be a little tricky when you're checking in. There's only 2 spaces for people who are checking in, and there's not a lot of room out front if there's other people checking in at the same time. Once you check in, your room key will give you access to the underground parking garage, which has plenty of spaces. But here's a heads up. You're going to want to drive cautiously because if somebody's coming out, it's a sharp turn going in and a sharp left turn coming out. And if somebody's coming out at the same time you're going in and nobody's paying attention, I could see a little head-on collision happening there. So it's kind of tricky. Pay attention. Now, we were all parked. We had our luggage in tow, headed towards the elevator, all happy for our Disneyland trip. But here's another tip for you. Pack your patience. There's 1 elevator for this hotel, only 1 for 5 floors, and that's a lot of people wanting to come and go. So pack your patience. The elevator's slow. You're going to be there a while. Now, the Hotel Indigo was originally a Holiday Inn Express before being extensively renovated and rebranded on October of 2013. And I will say, that was 13 years ago. Hotel Indigo, it's time for an update. It needs a remodel. Inside the hotel, it had a fun industrial vibe and odd nut artwork everywhere. Is there a nut called indigo? Curious. Let me know in the comments below if there's a nut called indigo, because nuts were everywhere, but they look like walnuts to me. In the lobby, there's an on-site restaurant and bar, which is very convenient, and room service is available. There's a small market area with the usual drinks, snacks, and other convenience items you may need. Behind the reception area, there's a hallway, and there's also a small business center located there. Down that hallway on the left, you can access the small pool, and there's also a hot tub and a really nice cabana area. Further down the hallway on the left, and then left again, there's a small room with an ice machine. Beyond the ice machine, there's a secondary door leading to a very dark laundry room with washers and dryers. It also has laundry detergent and fabric softener machines. When you come out of that room to the left, again, the next door is a small but adequate gym. Back in the lobby, up on the 2nd floor, there's a small lounge you can reach via the stairway to the right of the front doors. It's a nice, quiet area where you can grab a drink at the bar and then go up and relax after a long day at Disney. Or if you've been to the convention center and just want to talk about your day with your friends, it's a perfect place to have a meet and greet right there. This hotel doesn't offer a lot of activity for children other than the swimming pool, so keep that in mind when you're booking. Not a lot of kid stuff going on here. I think it's basically for convention center kind of people. Now, this hotel does allow pets. We discovered that after one of the guests left their poor little dog alone in their room for several hours. Poor thing barked and howled and cried until hotel staff contacted the owner and asked them to check on their dog. The howling echoed throughout the entire floor and was very loud. I felt so sorry for that little puppy. I was really happy when the owner got back and took care of him. Now let's get on to the room. I booked the standard 2-queen room, and for some reason, we were given a handicapped, accessible roll-in shower room. At first glance, the room was very small, but looked clean and nice. The view in this room was not so great, offering a partial view of Catella and the roof of America's Best Hotel next door. At first look, the room was small, but clean, with ample storage for a change. You never get ample storage. It had a full dresser with plenty of drawers. Next to the dresser was a bench seat with a drawer underneath it, and there was an additional drawer in the desk, so lots of storage space at this hotel. There's a small coffee bar with a Keurig coffee maker on top, and tea and K-cups were provided. Below the coffee bar, you'll find a very small refrigerator. There is no microwave in this room, just so you know. You can use the microwave downstairs, but there is no microwave in this room. This room has an older style AC unit, which is controlled by a thermostat located on the wall across from the closet. The closet is a decent size with plenty of hangers and enough storage for your luggage, which was nice. There's a safe for your valuables, and surprisingly, this is where you find the hairdryer along with an iron and a small ironing board. Now let's get on to the bathroom. The bathroom was large because it was a handicap accessible bathroom with a roll-in shower and a shower seat. It had the usual shampoo and conditioner and body wash, which was okay, nothing great, nothing to write home about. They did the job as expected. The sink area is very small, leaving very little room for your daily toiletries. If you have a lot of toiletries, this is going to be a problem for you. Now let's get to the not so great parts. I am really particular about hotel bathroom cleanliness, and I thought this one could use a good scrubbing. The hand wash and lotion containers provided were gunky, and the grab bars were beginning to show rust spots. And I don't mean just a few, I mean little speckles all over them. The grout in between the floor tile could have used a really good scrubbing. The gross part, is when we pulled down the shower seat and we found somebody else's intimate body hair. And you can see that in the video. So gross, yuck. And last but not least, and this one really bugs me, or bugged my daughter, I guess. On our last day, my daughter felt something she thought was her long hair tickling her. But when she inspected more closely, she saw a tiny little bug crawling on her sheets. Now, we tore the whole bed apart. We did not see any other bugs. This was the only one. We moved the mattress around. We looked behind the headboard. We looked around the piping of the mattress. We didn't see any bugs. This was the only one we saw. We also did my bed and searched the entire room. This was the only bug we found in the room. Now, I'm not familiar with bed bugs or how that whole thing works, so let me know in the comments below if you think this was a bed bug or just some average creepy crawly bug that you don't want crawling on you in the middle of the night. Okay, so we weren't too worried about it because we were leaving. However, we didn't expect all our clothes and everything else we packed to leave, making sure we weren't going to bring anything home with us, and we threw all those clothes in the wash machine the minute we hit the door. We did notify the hotel staff when we checked out about the bug. And that concludes our stay at the Hotel Indigo, another chapter in our ongoing quest to help you create the most magical Disneyland trip possible. Just remember, every visit is its own story, and yours may unfold very different from ours. If this video brought a little clarity or pixie dust to your planning, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And if your friends are dreaming of a Disneyland trip, send them here where honest reviews light the way. Let me know which hotels you'd like us to explore. Your suggestions guide our adventures. Thank you for watching. You're deeply appreciated. Until our next journey together, may your days stay bright, your magic stay strong, and your next Disney trip be just around the corner. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.